Sup YouTube, and Kirby here, and welcome back to another video. Um, I know I've been gone for a while, probably the longest so far. Honestly, I've just been going through a lot and stuff, which I'm not gonna get into on this video. I don't really feel like getting into that. Probably like in a future video, I'll like get more into that, but in this video, I'm going to be talking about basically like Dead by Daylight and stuff and my experience with it, because it's like literally one of my favorite childhood games. Like, because I've been playing it since I was a kid and stuff. So, um, you're not gonna be seeing my face that much in this video, which I don't know how some people might feel about that. Those who actually like seeing me. Um, but I actually do have some gameplay that for you guys that I'm gonna be, showing in a little bit. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. And I'll just be talking over that. So, alright, so I'm gonna be showing you guys some of my older clips on Survivor. Now I am a killer main, but most of my older clips and just clips in general are Survivor. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm gonna go back to the beginning basically. So I believe I started playing Dead by Daylight like back in 2017, or either 2016 or 2017. I was still a teenager, and it was literally one of my favorite games. Well, it was my favorite game. I literally used to play it from the moment I woke up to the moment I had to go to sleep, and I would go to sleep like late at night. So I would just be up playing it till like 3, 4, sometimes even 5 in the morning, which is crazy. But that's how much I love the game and how obsessed I was with it. And especially when I started playing, it was awesome because like I was scared and stuff, because like you first start playing it. Usually when you first start playing it, you're scared, but over time that it starts to, you start to get used to it and it's not scary anymore. But I would say Dead by Daylight was scarier back in the day. And then like the nostalgia from the old graphics and animations, I still do miss those to this day. I'm not saying that the new ones are bad, it's just it's just a nostalgia thing. So yeah, I used to stay up all night playing and just playing killer, like trying to learn all the different killers. I believe my first killer I started maining was the Hillbilly, and I was a pretty good Hillbilly. Like the Hillbilly was one of my favorite killers, and I would just play Hillbilly, and I would watch videos and all that stuff. But I think when I was playing, like when I was still new and I tried Survivor, obviously I sucked and all that. I was scared, I didn't know what I was doing. But I remember I started watching, like trying to get better at Survivor, so I started watching like Survivor videos because I was also trying to be good at both sides. So now we're gonna skip over to like modern DBD. I just don't. It just doesn't hit the same. I don't know if it's because I'm older, or if it's it's probably just the game, because I feel like I could still like play the game. Well, I still love the game and stuff. So it's just modern DBD. It's just a lot. It's just, I'm sure you guys know, like it's just been a lot with the survivor versus killer war and all that stuff, like survivor rule book, like just how toxic everyone's being, and like just all of that stuff. I'm not gonna like name everything because that's just gonna be a lot. But and then like the different killers that a lot of people have a problem with. Now I feel like that's another big one, because as someone that mains killer and stuff, I feel like DBD started getting annoying for me when they started adding range killers. So like Huntress was alright for me when she first came out. I was excited and stuff because she was the first, ever range killer, and I didn't really think that they were gonna add more, and mainly because she was manageable and all that stuff. But then when they started adding more, that's when it started to get annoying, because what I don't like about the range killers, and for example, I'm gonna use one of the ones I hate the most, or he's up there, is the Death Slinger. I cannot stand that killer, bruh. I can't stand the Death Slinger, and Trickster's, I could tolerate Trickster and all that, but Death Slingers, I just can't stand. But the reason I don't like range killers is because it kind of forces you to, it just forces you to constantly be looking behind you, and while you're doing that, you might run into walls, and then it's just gonna make things worse and stuff. It makes the game more complex rather than when it used to be simple and stuff, and that's a big thing for me. I love games that are simple because those are the most fun, because once games start feeling like it just takes a lot out of you once they start getting more complex, and that's at least not why I play video games. But not saying that that complex games shouldn't exist, but it's like for a game like DBD, I feel like it's simple. You have killer survivors, you run from the killer, like you escape. You that's your objective, is to escape. The killer's objective is to kill and stuff. But once it becomes like, perks, loops, like freaking infinites, like all that stuff, like spot checking. Well, that stuff was alright, like, because that stuff became essential to be a better survivor player and all that stuff. But it's just it just gets to a point where it just becomes too much. And then like the maps, like some of these maps, dude, they're not balanced. Like it's just I just find it very annoying. I feel like they should have just left it with Huntress. I feel like there was really no reason to just start adding more ranged killers. If they just added, so let's say they added 2, and that was just Huntress and Death Slinger, then okay. Like if they were just gonna leave it at 2, then I would've been like, alright, cool. Just because there have been a lot of people that wanted, I think ever since Huntress got added, people wanted a killer that had a gun, so they got that with Death Slinger. So everybody should be happy. Like we shouldn't be getting more ranged killers like that. But yeah, those are like the big ones for me. And I would say like recently, I think it was around when Krisu came out, I actually love the killer. Like she was literally one of my new favorite killer, like when she came out, when I found out about her and stuff. But she was in a very strong spot, and then behavior, like everyone was complaining, so then behavior like went and nerfed her basically. So that that was annoying, because it's like they release a new killer and it's fun and it's strong, but like everyone, and then the survivor's gonna complain, and then it gets nerfed. And I'm like, okay, so why the hell? Like and why the main reason that annoys me is not necessarily because my killer's getting nerfed, but it's because you have other killers like Blight and the Nurse and stuff they don't even touch them and stuff. And that's been the main two things. And Blight's definitely one of my most hated killers, man. Like, cannot stand Blight. Like, I for real, like, every time I would hear a Blight or like go against Blight or just be in the menu and I see Blight, bro, I'll just be like, man, you should have deleted you from the game, man. Like, if it was up to me, I would have deleted him from the game. I would delete him, Singularity. Those are like the main two I would delete from the game. Those two right there. But I'm glad that recently they came out with nerfs for the Blight, so that's good. But yeah, those are my main things. Like, they nerf killers that don't really deserve it or need it, and they leave the killers that are problematic, like, they just leave those. And so, like, I recently took a very massive break from Dead by Daylight because I think it was the longest break I've ever taken, because I used to just play it like maybe like once or twice a week, and then it was just frustrating because I would go to play killer, and every time I would play killer I would get the sweatiest teams, and like I would just struggle, like, or like I would have to try hard. But I'm not someone that likes running the meta or like using gen perks and stuff. I like using chase perks and just like other like fun perks that help me in chase and all that. Like, I don't like using gen perks and all that stuff. Like, that's one thing. I feel like they should just get rid of gen perks from both sides, really. And they just balance the gen speeds on the survivor side, and then we should be solid and stuff like that. But like, I just play a bunch of good survivors when I'm killer, but then when I switch over to survivor, then I get the noobs and people that don't know what they're doing, and we mostly die. Like, we'll get a good killer, sweaty killer, but my team, it sucks. Or I'm playing killer, we get a good survivor team and all that stuff, and I either get a draw or they all escape and stuff. Because most of the time, like, if they're heavily coordinated and you're not playing a strong killer, like, if you're not going with the meta, you're gonna lose 90% of the time, I feel. So, and that just, over time, that just burnt me out. Like, usually when I would get burned down from DVD, I would probably like just take a week or something like that. But now this time I ended up taking, I think, almost a year off. Like, well, probably not that, but I know it was like 4 or 5 months. And I would come back, because I remember I came back after a month, played one game, I was like, nah, I'm not, nope, because it was literally, I think I came back and I played Survivor, because I was like, okay, maybe Survivor would be a little bit easier and stuff, so, and just, I can just chill, because I'm very, like, casual. I'm a very casual player. Like, now I still do like to win and stuff. Like, I always try and win, but I'm very, like, casual. So, like, I load into the game, and what do you know, my team isn't doing the gens, or they're just leading the killer to me while I'm trying to do the gens, and the killer tunnels me and stuff. And one thing I don't like about some of these killers, like that'll be toxic. Well, for one, I feel like when you just do something that they find slightly impressive, like you give them a good chase, or you pull off a cool juke you haven't done in a while and stuff, and you just kind of humiliate them, and if they like feel humiliated, even if you don't like be toxic and like teabag or anything or be doing all that stuff, they will. Because this actually happened to me not too long ago. Like, I gave the killer a good chase at the beginning of the match because they found me first, and they felt the need to freaking, like, the second they downed me, for one, they're gonna sit here and shake their freaking head and then like hump me on the floor, pause, like doing that toxic crap, and then they gonna proxy camp me on the hook, and then when I get saved, they just instantly go for me, like as if I, was bullying or being super toxic to them and all that stuff. Like, I hate killers like that. I'll probably call those like the very sensitive killers and stuff, because it's like a very big ego thing with them. That stuff isn't fun. Like, I was just on the floor. I'm just laughing like, bro, what the like, why are you like, this guy must be super mad because I didn't even do anything and he's doing all this stuff. And then my team, like always, they go down. Like, the second I go down, like when he hits me again and I go down, like my team just flops. Like, they ended up all going down like in a couple of seconds, like after I went down, because they was all trying to be altruistic, trying to save me, and it resulted in them all going down. So I was just like, alright, well, that's that, I guess. But yeah, I can't stand killers like that. Another thing I feel like is not fun anymore to me is, back then, I used to be really good, and I feel like modern day me versus past me, like it's a night and day difference. Cause I feel like I've truly lost my sauce, at least on the Survivor side. Like, I can't, like, it's just like, I don't know if it's because I got more casual or something, or but it's just like, I feel like sometimes I'll tend to just noob out and just have very bad chases and like just be a donut pretty much. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is, and there'll be times where I'm just on DVD just trying to get my sauce back, and sometimes like it's like I know it's still there, because there'll be sometimes where I actually lock in, and then it just comes natural and stuff. It's like I have to literally go into Ultra Instinct for it, basically, like, compared to back then where it was, I can just tap into that like wherever, whenever and shit. But I did not mean to cut. My phone actually ended up dying, so like mid-sentence while I was talking, so but anyways, yeah, so I feel like I just have to really lock in, or it's like I can't really think about it. I just have to be in the zone, really. And then there'll be times where I'll like casually tap into it, but it's not as much as it used to be. So, and I just play the game less as well. So like, after that massive break, like I think it was 5 or 4 months, I came back fairly recently, like a couple of weeks ago, and for the first time in a long time, I can actually say I felt refreshed, and I was actually able to slowly get back into the game, which was very good, because I'm not gonna lie, taking that long of a break from the game, I was pretty sure I was done. Like, I even told myself that, like, I was literally saying like, yeah, I think I'm done with the game. Like, I didn't even consider it one of my favorite games anymore. I just said it used to be. But nah, I still think it's one of my favorite games and all that stuff.
Um, but yeah, even though I'm getting back into it, like it still has its moments. It even though I'm getting back into it and I'm like starting to have some fun again, like it just doesn't hit the same. And I just think it's because, for one, the game has changed so much over the years, and it's probably never gonna hit the same as it used to be anymore. And that's just probably just gonna have to be something we accept. I'm actually hoping, like, actually for the future, like I'm hoping they eventually go with extreme like realism with the game, like, because I'm gonna say that for another video, but I'm gonna just say this, that graphics wise, like they catch the game up with like modern games, like with the graphics, because I'm not gonna lie, like DBD is pretty outdated when it comes to graphics compared to other modern games. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say in this video. And I didn't even realize it was this long. Like, I was just on a rant pretty much. But I mean, if you guys enjoy, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, if you guys like long rants like this with the gameplay in the background, like, this is probably the route I'm gonna go for the time being until I get more situated and all that, and I can start doing live gaming content, like, or like just doing like regular videos of recording myself play the game and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. That's gonna be all from me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.